Girls, it is so good to see you.
Hi. So excited.
Thank you so much for sitting with me today, and congratulations on everything. How are you guys feeling?
We are
so excited.
So excited.
Amazing. I mean,
Biggest
the
week of our
covers.
lives.
Yeah, seriously. And you guys were just in LA, and you got to New York. So, Brooks, this all started with you. What made you decide to invite all three of your sisters to New York and now to do this new season?
Well, I think that, you know, they follow me everywhere I go. They copy everything I do. So when I got into modeling, they all wanted to model. When I got on Dancing with the Stars and got into television, they want to be on TV.
I have a correction, actually. She was taking my digitals in 7th grade on the back porch. I was in no place to take digitals, but she was like, you should model, like, you should do this,
I
whatever.
kind of just wanted them to be with me all the time.
Yeah.
And when I moved to New York and, you know, chasing my dreams of modeling, the only thing missing was my sisters. And so, you know, I just begged and pleaded forever and ever, like convincing them and selling them on New York. I would have them come stay with me and I would put on the best weekend of their lives just so that, like, they couldn't say no. So it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
And you guys
Totally
didn't
sold
say
us.
no.
No.
one said no. Was it unanimous? Everyone just jumped in and said, this is something that we want to do and we want to be together? Or was there any hesitation on anybody's end?
There was a month after college where I was like, I think I'm going to move to LA and be different. And I was like, who am I kidding? Why would I do that?
Yeah, I was in corporate America, and so after that first shoot though, and I came on set with all these 4 girls, and we shot kind of our first cover. I think it was Daily Front Row. I was like, you know what? This is actually super fun, and I kept doing it.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of kind of not knowing where you're moving from, you guys are all from Baton Rouge. You guys are Baton Rouge, Louisiana girls.
Yeah.
Will we see that Louisiana side in this new season?
1,000%.
All over the show.
Yes.
We go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a
You meet
crawfish
grandma,
boil.
grandpa, crawfish boils,
Yeah.
all of it.
Whole extended family.
And your mom likes to cook,
Loves.
right? So I also know you guys are such a big family. You know, you really embrace family. I'm curious, you know, also coming from a conservative background, what do your parents have to say about this new show? Are we going to see them on this new show? What are they going to bring to the table for this new season?
You absolutely see my parents on the show. We joke that they are the breakout stars. Everyone's going to be obsessed with my parents. They're just absolute
It's
salt
so
of the
wholesome
earth.
and sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, like I told them when we were in LA for the press tour, I go, Mom, like this is so much fun, having a blast. The only thing I'm missing is I'm really craving your gumbo because she makes it like from scratch, gets the sausage from a deer that her brother kills, like the whole thing. Sorry, vegans. And I was like, I'm really craving it. And she took a Yeti cooler backpack and flew with like frozen gumbo with all the seafood in it.
To
Defrosted
LA.
it, served us gumbo in LA. So it was
Cutest
like,
thing ever.
they're so wholesome.
Yeah.
So
How did you get that through security?
Yeah.
It's so fun, and they, you know, love you guys so much, and I can even see from just like Instagram stories how much family is important.
Yeah.
So I'm curious because when you think about reality TV shows and you think about sisters, the Kardashians come to mind. Will this show be anything like that? Kind of how will this be different from that series? And what can fans expect for this new season?
I feel like they're the blueprint of reality TV and family reality, but we are a lot different than them, and I think our story is just very unique. It's different from, we're good friends with the Colpos, and it's different from them. Every sister show is very entertaining, and it's fun to watch a sister bond, but our whole story of where we come from and being from Louisiana and this conservative, humble beginning is, I think, very unique because we're all living such an opposite lifestyle now.
We didn't like grow up in this Hollywood world or know any celebrities or even, I mean, which we touched on in the show, we barely knew anyone in the LGBTQ community, and now we're heavily involved.
Yeah.
We're very restricted, and everyone was almost just like us that we grew up with, you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Right.
And so we didn't travel, you know, we didn't go internationally, so that's all we knew. And then when I got to see the world for the first time, it felt like I was like colorblind, and then I saw in color when I moved to New York. It was so big, and there were so many different people and different groups of people, and so I feel like, you know, that our show sort of touches on that and brings you back to where we grew up and how we grew up. And I think it's just, you know, it's a fun, feel-good show, but there's obviously a lot of drama and a lot goes down.
Yeah.
But the goal is to make people leave with a smile.
Yeah.
It must be so fun, just kind of being all together. Sarah Jane, I have a question. Coming from a conservative family, why is it so important for you to be open about your sexuality on this show? And what do you want to share with people that are maybe watching and learning about you guys for the first time?
I think it's very important. I wanted to show my whole life and not leave anything off limits. And we have like 20, 30 little cousins who I know in some ways look up to us. And I think it's just really important to be open about that, because I didn't have any example that was like that for me growing up. And so just I want to have people that watch it leave knowing that it's not different. It is normal to be queer, and that's something that's okay and that you can embrace.
Amazing. And how have you been supporting Sarah Jane through this journey as well? And kind of how do you think her sexuality is spoken about on the show, and why do you think it's important also?
I think it's so important. You see each of our relationships with her and how we support her in our own different ways. I mean, she told us kind of in this order, and then our parents, but as you can see on the show, our family is so supportive despite our, religious background, even though it maybe takes a second to come around for my parents and some other people in the family. But I think that bond that we have as sisters in supporting her no matter what really shines through in every area of our life, no matter what we're going through, which is super special.
My favorite scene of the show is actually
Don't give
away.
anything
Don't
away.
give anything
away. My favorite scene of the show is
you can't.
You can't say
Guys,
that.
just let me
You
finish
actually
my sentence.
can't.
A scene where we're supporting Sarah Jane's
Yes.
sexuality.
Supporting.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
it
That's
is.
not giving away anything.
And her vulnerability really inspires all of us to put everything out there as well. So we're so proud of our girl.
And I mean, with reality TV show, you really have
Yeah.
to put
gotta
everything
put
out
it
there.
Exactly.
How has kind of opening your life up to this extent been?
Honestly,
So
we are
fun.
such open books
We are.
in general
Yeah.
with people. I mean, give me one glass of wine, I'm telling you my social security number. So I
So
feel
true.
like it's just on a bigger platform and a bigger
Yeah.
stage now. But the intent in our loud mouths that we
Yeah.
still have are still there. And I think that like Sarah Jane said, I'm hoping with my story as well that like somebody sitting at home that's unhappily married and feels that it's a sin to get a divorce could maybe see what I went through, and the strength that I had to leave a marriage when my parents and everybody told me that I would go to hell basically,
Right.
and it was a sin. And just maybe somebody out there will see it and be like, you know what, it actually isn't a sin, and I can do that, or I can be gay, or I can get a divorce, or quit my job, or what do you do again? But we're hoping that we can adopt
She's
a bunch
pretty.
of Nader sisters.
Yeah.
She's gorgeous.
She's stunning.
Yeah, exactly.
But so Brooks, a lot of your relationship has become very public, especially with Gleb. Can you share where things are today in that situation?
I think now we're kind of focused just on moving upward and onward, and we have so many fun, exciting sister projects in the works right now, and so really diving into work. If I find time in my calendar to go on a date, I will certainly do that. But
And I'll be right there with you.
and she's back. She comes with me.
Marry Holland, I have a question for you.
Yes.
During filming and everything with the past season, did you ever feel on camera like you had to be the family peacemaker, or did you maybe get dragged into the chaos and there was a side of you that you were like, oh wow, I didn't know I had that?
I think there's a little bit of both.
Okay.
Yes. Like I was on Wall Street for so many years and kind of not with them all day, every day. So being thrown into the madness, was, at times a little overwhelming, but I did find the role of the peacemaker oftentimes, maybe because I wasn't around so much and I am a little bit more, buttoned up. And I hope that I can be, the person that they come to in times of need and things like that. But there's definitely a bit of both.
She's very much the peacemaker.
Yeah. Brooks, who would you say goes into your closet and steals your clothes the most?
Good question.
So that's a great question. I think they're pretty much all even, but I just got a new souped up thing on my closet room, which is an iris and fingerprint to enter code. It's a whole
So
souped up
dramatic,
door
by the way.
because they're probably gonna kill me and open my
I'm
eyes.
gonna have to get more from her.
See if it
Get into
works.
the closet.
So I've put in some parameters so that no one
Yeah.
steals, because it is stealing, and I will call the cops if it happens.
Why are
again.
you looking at me?
Well, I'm just making sure.
She's the main culprit.
This is yours.
So it's Sarah Jane.
She's
I know.
wearing all of
I think it's one of
No,
these
these are my
two.
jeans. This is mom's belt, and this is her tank. Calm down.
From rodeo days.
Our cowgirl.
She's
At
the
Baton
show
Rouge.
Yeah.
So we're about to wrap up, but I'm curious, is there anything else what is the main thing you want fans to take away from this season? And, I have a younger sister. Sisterhood is so important. So what do you want to come across on the screen, and what have you guys been working so hard? I want to hear kind of from each of you what this means to you having this new season.
For me, it's that the main moral of the story is that life is about relationships, and that's what matters the most. And number two, it's okay to not really know what you're doing and not have a clear plan and kind of figure things out as you go. That's something that I hugely not struggled with, but had going on in the show, I was kind of like, what am I doing with my life? And that's okay for a few years. As long as you surround yourself with great people, you'll figure it out. They're laughing because they're like, you're saying you have no job.
No. I think, similar, Brooks touched on it earlier, but just have courage to do what you want to do. Quit your job, leave your marriage, whatever it is, come out to your family, even if you're nervous. I think we have a lot of those moments where, as 20-somethings, a lot of people might identify with it. So I think that just as you're watching it, kind of try to find yourself in one of us and follow suit.
Yeah.
You want to be me.
No, you don't. You want a job.
Yeah, you do.
I think the biggest thing is take care of your sisters. That's something that's been like advertised with the show, and I think it's so true. Even with friends, if it's like you and your best friend, take care of your girls and your people, because that's what matters in life, and you won't regret it looking back.
I think mine would be follow your dreams, no matter how crazy, big, or small they are. Chase the heck out of your dreams, because you only get one life and it's so short. And the worst thing you can do is have regret. And I don't regret anything, as hard as it was to leave a full ride scholarship at Tulane and just $0 head to New York City. Those were super hard times, but they made me uncomfortable in a way that pushed me to achieve my dreams. And I think if people tell you no, that should be flipped into motivation. I've been told no and laughed at about this show's idea, about cover of Sports, anything, you name it. I've been laughed at by agents, and you know how it is. Your mom's in the modeling industry, and I think it just flipped it into motivation. And I credit all of our success to people, laughing at us, basically. So I would say just keep on keeping
laughing.
on.
Someone once said this: use no comma, not no period.
I love that. That's the motto.
So it's
adding it to our
Don't put
mantras.
that period there.
I love that.
I love that.
That's
That's
amazing.
amazing.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. You're amazing.